My successful sister stole my life savings for her dream wedding. I lost my dad to a sudden heart attack 2 weeks before my high school graduation. I stood at the cemetery in my cap and gown, looking at a hole in the ground while my older sister, Vanessa, was busy complaining that the humidity was ruining her blowout. I didn't know then that while I was grieving, she was already calculating how much my heartbreak was worth in cash. My dad was a simple guy, ran a local hardware store, lived in a modest ranch house, but he always told me, "Leo, I've made sure you'll never have to worry about college." Vanessa had already been through school on his dime and was living the influencer lifestyle in LA. After the funeral, she sat me down in Dad's dusty office. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Leo, Dad was deep in debt. The store is underwater. We have to sell the house just to break even." I was 18, alone, and I believed her. She generously offered to let me sleep on her couch in LA while I worked as her assistant to get on my feet. Assistant was code for unpaid maid. I spent 6 months cleaning her designer apartment and fetching green juices, while she planned what she called the wedding of the century to some tech bro. Whenever I asked about Dad's estate or the debt, she'd get migraines and tell me I was being ungrateful. I was sleeping on a literal yoga mat in her laundry room while she was booking $10,000 floral arrangements. One night, I had to drop off a dress at her dry cleaners, and I found a folder she'd accidentally left in her trunk. Inside wasn't debt. It was a life insurance payout for $400,000. Dad had left it 100% to me because Vanessa had already received her inheritance via her tuition and a business loan Dad gave her years ago that she never paid back. But there was a catch. Because the claim was filed while I was still 17, the money went into a temporary trust managed by my legal guardian, Vanessa. She had filed papers claiming I was mentally unstable from grief and couldn't handle the funds. She'd been using my college money to pay for her Vera Wang gown, the open bar, and a 5-tier cake. She hadn't sold the house because of debt. She'd sold it to flip the cash into her wedding fund. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I called Dad's old lawyer, Mr. Miller. It turns out Vanessa had forged my signature on a waiver of rights document. Mr. Miller was horrified. He told me, "Leo, if we move now, we can freeze the accounts, but it'll ruin her wedding." I looked at my reflection in the laundry room mirror, thin, tired, and wearing Dad's old flannel shirt. I told him, "Freeze it." The morning of the wedding, Vanessa's cards were declined at the venue. The catering staff started packing up the lobsters. The florist took back the orchids. Vanessa called me screaming, "Leo, what did you do?" I walked into the bridal suite, not in a tux, but with a suitcase. I told her, "I didn't do anything, Vanessa. I just took back my future." The wedding was cancelled. Her tech bro fiancé left after finding out she'd lied about her family's wealth. Vanessa is currently facing 3 counts of fraud and forgery. I'm starting my freshman year at the State University this fall, living in a dorm that feels like a palace compared to her laundry room. Dad always said I'd never have to worry about college, and in the end, he was right.